Wow, you look amazing.
Just don't.
You look you look like how Carl Stefanovic would look after the Logies and presents today the next day.
I look like a guy that hasn't had sleep in like 3 days.
Can guarantee as well, ladies and gentlemen, he hasn't had sleep in 3 days.
It's been an experience, and what better way to finish off the glass table for the year than to have you rock up disgustingly tired on a Sunday,
Mate. In other words, you're in fine form.
Fine form. I'm in good nick. This is the way to go, I think.
Yeah, you're in good Matthew Nicks at the moment.
Way.
Got a few written down.
Yeah, cool. I was gonna say, I feel like I'm really winding out all the classics. I've got the card try as well.
You haven't even opened yours. I've started.
There we go. We're really winding in. Oh, that smell is that smells like about 5:30 p.m. yesterday.
And the taste?
Just as good.
Well, to pay homage, the last one of the year before we do the intro. Salute.
Salute.
Now I'll give you $100 if you smash it. That's our intro. All right, fine. I'll do it. What?
That's the play of the game. That is the play of the game. Time!
From the impossible angle, and he puts it through, and Portland.
Danger, 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 danger. Butler, 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 Butler.
Get around him! Get around him! Edge of the seat.
Jared Thomas, episode 39, the grand final edition of the glass table.
I think it's funny that it's finishing on 39 because it's such an unassuming number.
That's I tried so hard to rival it up with 40.
Yeah, squeeze it to 40, but nah, just 39.
Then I realized we had events on and
It's a lot going on. It's
we were
December.
thin on content.
It's December. Like, without the fact that like footy is officially finished as of today, even without that fact, December is a fucked month. It is busy. There's a lot going on.
Well, considering that we're Christmasing in 3 weeks, we're traveling next week, and this is separate, by the way, not doing it together. Don't like it that much. Well, one of the things I'm doing for you, the other one, no.
There's the travel, yeah.
So, yeah, it's interesting.
It's
what
like,
we got planned.
It's like Christmas. It's Christmas party season as well, which is great. Like Christmas parties start loading up the calendars. I had one last week, obviously, and that was the first one. And that's a November Christmas party. That's when you know that you're starting to get a bit strapped. Is when they're like, "Fuck, we've got to start putting Christmas parties in November."
There's gonna be because people start taking leave, but also all the places and shit are booked out by the time we get to December.
You just start running out of weekends. And like I already know that I've got Christmas party on the 16th, and I think I've got one the Sunday after that. It's gonna be fucked. I'm not looking forward to it at all. But oh well.
So this is I was looking for a title of what we could call this. It's our GT Christmas party.
Yeah, it's the Costello Christmas party. It's our last chance because we've literally got no other fucking time for the rest of the month.
That's why we're calling it now.
Absolutely.
We got to the start of October and we were like, what dates should we do?
We need to really figure this
out.
We
got to November. It was thin. Not going to lie, it was thin.
On dates, we were like, fuck, there's a lot going on in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. I mean, you went to a milk tasting festival yesterday.
Yes, divine. It was just divine. Unfortunately, I spilt it everywhere, but that's whatever. That's a different story.
That joke is so shit, yet I'm going to pay it.
Really good, right? Yeah, that's cool. That's what I thought.
You know when you get a full toss, but you only hit it for 2?
Yeah, you just take it. You're like, it's not what it should have gotten, but I'll take it.
I'm off the mark. Yeah, so you had some milk. I turned a year older.
It's been a big week.
Anyway, thanks for watching Glass Table this year. No, well, we should just before we do all our fun stuff, we may as well talk about something that's big that's happened. Pre-season began.
Hello, preseason. People
No,
are
I'm
running.
kidding. AFLW Grand Final happened today. We waited, and it was a bloody good game until the last quarter.
Yeah, I believe you have football until Brisbane decided that and remembered that they are like the best AFLW team of all time, or one of them. So they just decided to just blow the game out of the water and be like, oh no, we actually own this league. So sorry, my bad.
5 grand finals, 2 of them they've won. They basically have a residency with Adelaide as making a grand final.
It's one of the two.
So it's like, yeah, the 2 in the alphabet that start. So at some stages today, I just actually never thought they were going to win. They actually just never had that proper momentum. And in the end, they did it by 3 goals, 17 points. They kicked 4 goals to none. They kept North Melbourne goalless in the last quarter.
Big. I had so I don't know if you saw on Twitter, I posted the graphic that I had pre-prepared, the bridesmaids one, because I made that after Kate Shulaw took a massive pack mark and kicked the goal, and I went, it's done. It's like, it's game over. North's gonna win. I was like, they've got all the momentum, it's over. So I started making the bridesmaids graphic, being like, fucking 4 Brisbane lost in a grand final. How good? And then they just stormed home, and I was like, I never should have doubted them. That was my bad.
So you're the reason North Melbourne lost the granny.
I swear to God, I had just pressed save and fucking made a kick like 4. I was like, fuck.
That's just so funny to me because we both wanted North to win. I tipped North, you tipped the Lions by 5. I think they just showed their class, really.
Yeah. And like North had the injury had the injury very early on of Bruton. It was like one of those ones where you just like you see it and you're like, oh, that's not a good sign. Like Bruton going down early, you're like, that's a bit of a fucking and then they held their own though, and I was like, fuck, they're gonna be able to do this. And Jazz Garner, like I said last week, I said they need their big guns to step up. Jazz Garner kicked 2 and had 24, and I was like, there's the fucking one. Like that's what you needed. And she had 7 tackles and stuff. You know, last week we were talking about tackles. Have you seen the tackle stat from this week?
It's shall I mention it to you?
I think so.
We've had Courtney Hodder, who's decided to come in, and she's gone, hello, I'm going to have 18 tackles today. 18.
You know, like you win a grand final and you get back to the rooms and it's just sinking piss for the rest of the day kind of thing. Courtney Hodder better be having she better have walked into that change room and just had 6 cans just thrown at her. Just like, thank you.
Yeah, Stone Cold style.
Thank you. Just fucking, just unbelievable. 18 tackles is ridiculous. And then the top 4 are all Brisbane. It's 18, 13, 12, 10. That is fucking stupid. That's stupid.
If you're not matching how many tackles you had on the day to drinks ratio when you're celebrating, you're letting your team down.
Quiet day for Hampson and Monaghan then.
She's the designated driver.
zero tackles between them. At least Hampson kicked 2. But it's just 0 beers. Yeah, that's a great play. You get the amount of beers in the change rooms as tackles that you had. Courtney Hodder not walking out of that room. She's getting carried out.
She was unbelievable. She had more tackles than touches of the ball.
That's good. That's a sign of a good football game.
It is very good. And then the best on ground medalist, the Aaron Phillips medalist.
Of course.
Pay tribute. Brianna Conan, which now
yeah.
The commentator.
Yeah.
Right at the end.
Yep.
Conan has gone. Was it Conan has gone?
Barbarian. It was good.
I sort of was in and out, and I heard that, and my ears pricked up.
Like, that sounds good. That's a good one.
I was instantly on Canva trying to get Arnold Schwarzenegger's Conan the Barbarian, Brianna's. Yeah, it's still a work in progress, but boy, oh boy, that is some of the finest commentary I've heard.
Very good. I would have thought they would have wheeled it out before with Conan, but clearly not. They had it prepared ready and saved for the big moment of Conan New Barbarian, and I was like, good, really good. 10 out of 10.
Glad they didn't go with like O'Brien or something.
Yeah, something weird, some weird shit. Good
The
they went
Conan
with
show.
that was good.
Actually,
That was very well done.
I think are some of the famous Conans of the world.
I
I'm gonna
know,
look this up.
the Barbarian and Conan.
Oh, Conan O'Brien, Conan Gray, the singer.
Okay, yes.
You could say that Conan went a bit maniac. Anyway, so the Lions.
Yes, they've done it again.
Happy days. 12,500 there.
Fucking, and it sounded like it too. It was
Yeah.
loud as fuck. That's what I'm saying. When North had that run in the third and they went up, I think it was 7 points or whatever. The crowd was that into it. I was like, they can't lose from here. The crowd is just gonna fucking push them the entire way anyway, and it looked unreal on camera. Again, Carlton getting their big fucking logo up on the screen.
You know what? I think Carlton might be the team, or just the brand. Let's not call it a team. Let's call it the brand because that's what's showing.
Yeah.
The most annoying.
Just the fact
It's
that they
just
can
everywhere.
do that. It's very
just
the thing. I don't know if you saw earlier this week as well. They were not trying to take it off Icon Park, but they wanted to move it because the crowd it sold out so fast. Now, I've said all year that like AFLW games are better at local, like smaller grounds, which is true in all the regular season games from Rabin, Icon Park, all that, like Alberton, the best, right? When it comes to this, where the grand final can sell out in literally like 5 minutes, maybe you can just push it out a little bit.
You know what would have been great?
Hmm.
Right next to the milk tasting festival. Have it at Mars Stadium.
Stadium. I think that's less people than Icon Park.
Oh, I thought I had more.
I have no idea.
I take it back.
But no, like,
what,
you know,
what is
Marvel,
a boutique stadium that has like 25, 30,000 then?
like Marvel, like you could do it at Marvel. Like,
Yeah, just close the top tier.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they did it for it was Essendon Hawthorn last year, or last year when it was Hawthorn's first game in and Essendon as well. They played it at Marvel because the tickets sold out so much at whatever they were meant to play it at. But they moved it to Marvel and it was really good. It sounded really good, looked good on TV. You close that top tier, you put everyone in the bottom and middle, and it looks good on TV because you never have to do the big pan of the big wide shot. You can just keep it at what it is, and it looks good. So I think during the year, move, use Icon Park and stuff. When you're getting the demand that they were getting for these tickets, fucking move it up.
I reckon they would have almost cracked the 20. They went to Marvel.
If there was 12,500 that sold out in 5 minutes, they would have got 20. 100% they would have got 20.
Yeah, and it would have been more than the average North Melbourne home crowd in the men's anyway.
I saw someone today being like, North having 12,500 in a home final? Fucking jeez.
The key word in that is final.
It's going to be a while, men's team fans. Maybe just put all your stocks into the women's for a while. Just
At least you'll have your winter off.
Yeah.
And then you sell the farm to get in summer festivals.
Yeah, you march to August. Don't worry about it. That's fine. But everywhere from there, fucking load up.
Yes. Just know you start in September. That is golden era.
That's the era to go.
Yeah. You're on your way, North.
Nah, you're getting there, I'm sure. Yeah. Maybe.
I don't know. Which North are we talking about?
We were graphic of their backline the other day, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Backline.
Don't want to talk about best 23 of 2024. You got to find a best 23 first.
You got to figure out if there is 23 players on your list that are worthy of.
Yeah. Oh well. Enjoy, unless you like split Davies Uniac into its two names instead of hyphenating one.
Maybe it'll be a bit better, and you manage to find a way to get Jazz Garner to play, and then you'll be fine. Then you'll be right.
She's so good.
She's a freak. Like if North won today, she would have won. It would have been the most unanimous of Norm Smith voting ever. Like,
she would have got the Aaron Phillips medal by going 3-2-1. Adjustment gunner.
I don't give votes to anybody else. It was literally like they don't even have to give votes. You all just look around the room and you go, I think we know this is fun.
I'll go through the votes, right? So I've got them here. You had Abby Holmes, Aaron Phillips, Gemma Bastiani, which is almost like a Lessiani, but take away the LS. Anyway, Quinton Hull and Lauren Wood. Mm-hmm. Conan. doors, Garner, doors. Natalie Grider, just popping in for one singular vote.
Yeah, well, good on you.
Congratulations. You can add that to your beer top.
Yep.
How many do you have?
2 tackles. So that was what, 7 tackles. Add that one more, you get 8.
Yeah. So, Brianna Conan, enjoy your 25 beers.
Big night for you, Brandon Conan. Jesus Christ.
Beers to votes ratio.
Hi.
I think we've all done that before, haven't we, Jared?
Except I didn't get many votes, so mine was just skull a beer every time I get a vote.
Look, when you top in the 100 mark, brother, you have to do it per sip. Anyway, if you'd like a ticket to my concert, here you go. All right, we did mention pre-season has begun.
Yeah, nothing.
And I've been looking.
Yeah.
18 teams, 18
training
the house downs. Yes!
Fucking everyone's straight to their house down, mate. It's a big fucking week.
PBs.
Yeah, Adelaide had like 32 of their 38 break their PB. Did you see the reason why?
No.
It was like their second of 4. And they said, whoever beats their PB in this one doesn't have to do the 3rd and 4th time trial. So then 32 people broke. That is Adelaide be like, fucking get through it. Like, hurry up.
Oh, I was reading the comments and they were like, oh my God, book off September. Oh my God, we're already on our way, blah, blah, blah. In hindsight, it's just blackmail at Adelaide training.
Yeah, it's just like, if you get this, you don't have to do the rest. And they're like, cool.
They finished, 32 players went home straight after that. There was no more training.
Yeah, they were just done. They were done. I got there, did their 2 1K sprints, and then went out. Fucking see you later.
Could not think of anything worse.
No way. But no, the preseasons have been good. Not for all. Dan McStay did his ACL. That's rough.
Yeah, that's sad.
Training at Victoria Park.
I was going to say, yeah. Someone suggested we should move the AFLW Grand Final to Victoria Park, and then Daniel McStay was like, hey, no.
He's not ACL. Victoria Park right now, for those that aren't aware, like, South Australians, Victoria Park right now looks like a dog park. there's just fucking potholes everywhere. It's like a local school oval that like has just had the cricket pitch removed. Like, it's fucking awful. And I don't know why Collingwood's training there, but they are. And then McStay is ACL. So
why are they training there?
I don't know why they're not training at Holden Centre. There must be something going on at the Holden Centre, but I don't know what it is. But they train at Victoria Park, and it's shit. And he did ACL, so
It's going to make a terrible joke.
I think I know what it is. Should have mixed
Holden Centre. No. No, I didn't think of that. I was going to say there's a Ford invasion at the Holden Centre, but yeah, that's... I'll tip my hat to that one. Well done, Mr. Thomas.
We'll take those, absolutely. All right. Not good. That's the only big injury that I think I've seen so far.
I don't know. I haven't really paid much attention. I looked at ours. We got a few number changes, and it was pretty wholesome when Jace Burgoyne's taken over Peter's number as number 7, which was originally Xavier Dersma's, which was also the great Russell Ebert's. So my only problem with that is Jace has the potential to be a Burgoyne.
Yeah.
But also has the potential to be off the list in 2 years.
I was literally about to say, is this going to be one of those cases where the number 7 ends up just getting delisted after 2 years? Because maybe.
Look, he's got a strong case to take his way forward, but also, that is a lot of pressure for a kid, especially when your brother's going to be a top 30 pick next year, Mr. Now, this is a cool name. We talk about Tom Manister's, a bit of whatever his name was before.
Yep.
Rome Burgoyne.
Spelled like
Rome.
Rome as in like the city?
No, it's spelled like room, but with 1 O.
No, like Rome as in walk around, or Rome the city.
What else?
There's 2. Rome, R-O-A-M, walk around. Rome, the city, R-O-M-E.
You got me.
Yes. Come on.
like the city. If it's like roaming around, fuck, the Burgoynes have screwed up.
That's a horrible name.
Roam, like foam. No, it's actually Rome and Dome. It's
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's a good name. I like it. But
Right.
yeah, that's a danger for old Jace.
Oh, well, good luck to him.
He's gonna get into some trouble if he starts playing shit, and Port fans are like, "Get that 7 off your fucking."
Yeah, but we're already like that with about fucking 12 dozen of ours anyway. Well, not 12 dozen, but a dozen is, yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, doesn't Jesus. That's a lot of players.
Well, to be fair, the way we've been going for the last 10 years, there's been about 12 dozen players we've had a go at. There's only 3 players we don't actually hate. Poke, Gray, and John Butcher. Still love John Butcher. Everyone loved him because he was good.
For that bit.
Hey, 6 kicks, 6 goals.
Not many people can say it.
Jason Tutt tried in the same game, 4 kicks, 4 goals.
Not quite.
Gonna reminisce about that one.
Well, no, the Saints had a couple number changes as well. Marcus Windhager moved to number 2, but Danny Frawley number 2, which is cool. It's the number that we give the blokes that are just like the hard nuts that we'll just get the job done and we'll just like not care and just put their head down and do it. Danny Frawley was that. Marcus Windhager is becoming that. I think it's a perfect pick to put him as number 2. I fucking love it a lot. We had a whole heap of bunch of other number changes for our new guys and all that kind of stuff. My favorite one is that we brought an Irishman over as a rookie, and instead of giving him any sense of faith at all in what he wants to be and what number he is, we gave him like 45 or some shit.
The death number.
The death number. And the funniest thing I think I've ever seen is that obviously we picked up Riley Bonner, which is hilarious for many reasons, just really funny. But we gave him the number 36, which was Dan McKenzie's number, and those two look so alike. It's not even funny.
Yeah, but is Dan McKenzie a left footer?
I don't know. I don't remember. Dan McKenzie hasn't played in like 2 years.
Did he hit it? Did he hit a target?
Yes. He's not like Riley Bonner.
They don't look alike.
I don't think Riley Bonner's going to play for us unless we have a injury crisis at the halfback position. I don't think Riley Bonner's going to play.
He could. He plays on a wing. Mason Wood goes down. Riley Bonner comes in. That's just fucking very funny, isn't it?
William Henry.
Yeah, but I just find it very funny you've gone with Mason Wood and Riley Bonner.
Yeah. See, but Mason Wood, we turned Mason Wood into, this actual good player. Maybe Riley Bonner will do the same.
You're not catching my drift.
No.
Wood. Bonner. Anyway, hopefully he turns out well for you. Brain's not ticking. Not going to lie.
It wouldn't be.
I'm not hungover or anything, but I'm just not ticking.
It wouldn't be GT without a Wood boner joke.
Pay homage to Bring Your Wood 2028.
Yeah, come and Tassie Timber.
We're waiting for you. Woodchuck, chuck, woodchuck, wood.
Get out your wood.
Their mascot could be a beaver.
That would be good, actually. But that's like kind of like a wood, like Wood's like worst enemy.
Yeah, we're back to square one.
Sorry, Tassie. I know you were relying on us, but we're still working. We're working on it.
We'll get to you. Don't worry. By 2028, you have a slogan. We'll have a slogan. You'll have a mascot and a logo.
Yeah, done.
Otherwise, preseason, not a lot happening, which is good because I'll tell you what, mate, I hate football.
Yeah, I'm pretty sick of football now. I think I'm done to let it. I think I'm happy to let it sit for a little while everything else is picking up. Cricket starts soon.
I'm sick of cricket.
That's fair, but the tests and stuff is different. I feel.
Yeah, I know, but might as well divulge into it. We've had so much cricket this year.
We've had a lot of cricket this year.
We had the Ashes, we had the Test Championship, we had the World Cup, now we have the T20s in India. By the time it comes around, you're just like, well, I've had my cricket fix. And guess what? We play Pakistan and the West Indies.
What a thrilling summer for us. Fucking spectacular. Looking forward to it.
Should we have a GT cricket edition?
I was just about to say it's a good thing that I'm not in the country for most of them. So
Yeah, that's right. You're pissing off to Vegas.
don't have to worry about cricket over there. They don't even know what the fucking sport is.
Yeah, but I'm sure some fuckwits in the corner are definitely betting on it.
Oh, 100%.
I don't know who this David Warner is, but I'm gonna pick him.
Do you think he will score 300 runs? No, I don't. I don't think
Is that home runs or
I don't think that he will.
Pat Cummins gonna strike this cunt out or what?
I'm so introducing cricket over there. It's the best.
It's your cricket correspondent, CCJT. No, never mind. Before we go around the glass table and just get into a couple of other things that are going to be paying homage,
Yes.
Spotify Wrapped. I wanted to talk about it because I feel like music and football sort of obviously always come together.
Of course. Holy Grail.
Up there, Kazali.
One day in September. And we're
Boys are
done.
back.
Yeah, the boys are back. That's a good one, actually.
There's another one.
The Fox Footy theme song.
Yeah, the Fox Footy theme song. The last one standing, the one from the AFL game that it took me 3 weeks to figure out earlier in the year.
Yep.
What was yours?
So my most listened to artist was Fred again, because just is.
It was last year. Was last year just Fred, and this year was just Fred again.
And then this one's Fred again. Yeah, just Fred again. Fred again was in there. Post Malone was in there. Dom Dollar was in there, which is really awkward for me because those two played side by side yesterday, and I couldn't fucking go to both, so that sucked. But anyway, Fred Posty, Dom Dollar. I think Lewis Capaldi was in there. Drake might have been my last. I don't remember what the last one was, but it was good. I haven't listened to as much music this year as I usually do, which is interesting.
Just probably working more.
Hmm.
You
I haven't been around it.
putting in the work, brother.
And listening to The Glass Table on Spotify instead of music.
Okay. That's what I was trying to get to. Like, we went through ours.
Mm-hmm.
2,500 minutes of us talking.
It's a lot of minutes. It's a lot of minutes.
So I had, which is no surprise to anyone, coming in at number 1 was Fall Out Boy. Number 2 was One Republic. Then it was like Tom Grennan. I was going through an English phase. Because then I went to Lewis Capaldi.
Of course.
And then number 5 was the Vamps.
Of course. The big Vamps one was big. That's the thing, like the Fred again, you know how it showed you as well the months of like when like you listened to the most? My Fred again one was March after I went to the festival in February.
See, normally it's before.
Yeah, I know, but I think it was
build up to it.
Before the festival. Like I obviously knew enough about him, but I didn't know that many songs. And I saw him at the festival and I was like, fuck, I love this guy. And then I just listened to everything he'd ever put out in like the month after.
Yeah. My January was all Vamps.
Yeah.
My March was One Republic because I went to the concert.
Yep.
Which was surprising considering the same month Fall Out Boy released their new album. And then I was like, yeah, well, I've got a concert in March, but then I got the whole year for them.
Exactly. So you just spread that out the rest.
But yeah, anyhow, the Glass Table one was 2.5 minutes of us talking. Obviously, a lot of Stupid Sexy.
Yes.
The one thing I found very impressive was it came up with We Are Worldwide. 99% of you all are in Australia and one of you in Canada.
Whoever is in Canada right now.
This is the funny thing. It said we're worldwide. 2 countries.
Canada is so weird, though.
I think I know who it is too.
Really?
Yeah. Do you remember earlier in the year I sent you a screenshot of a message and it said the St Kilda Saints guy or whatever.
Yeah.
So if you're listening, thank you for sharing us around in Canada. So,
Big fans they are. Canada big fans of
whoa, they're people, not fans, man. You can't say that. Canada's up there.
That was horrendous.
Yeah, well, sometimes you need a joke because it's a lifesaver. Should we have a moment?
That's that one. But anyone that's listening on Spotify, like our friend in Canada, is going to have no idea because you're just holding the lifesavers.
Well, now you've told them what's happened, so they know what's happening. So now they're laughing.
Okay, well, there you go, Canada people. See, we're looking after you all the time.
The Saskatchewan. It's going nowhere. Anyway, let's go around the glass table, huh?
Let's do it. So, this week, we decided.
What did we do?
Well, I'm talking about this. We're talking about some of the most iconic name changes in sport as a whole, because we were talking Brian Harris / Lake last week. And so we're just doing in sport as a whole, because there isn't obviously that many that happened in the footy. However, you did have one for footy, if you would like to.
Well, me and Jared Walsh, who was the match day guy on the mic for Port, and also does pretty much every sporting event in the country.
Yeah.
If you're looking for an opportunity to be an MC at a sporting event, you're not going to get it because that man's got it. He's very good though, so worth paying his admission. But we both at the same time posted Jasper McMillan Pillard and him dropping the McMillan.
Getting rid of a hyphen, which is a big no-no in Port Adelaide culture.
Yeah. Where'd you end up, Jasper?
Delisted from North.
Poor bastard.
Anyway,
yeah, so he changed it. He actually got good once he dropped his off, which was very weird.
And got better, which is insane.
But apparently he played I think it was 2011, he played with the hyphen. 2012 onwards, he didn't. Amazing.
Just the best. It's good though.
2011, we went 3 wins for the year.
2012?
5 wins for the year.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jasper Pittard.
Dropping the hyphen for 2 wins. Let's fucking go.
Hey. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else did you say on it?
Well, this is like my one that I said originally was Ron Artest, who is obviously a very famous basketball player. He ended up changing his name to Meta World Peace, which is really funny because not long before he changed his name to Meta World Peace, he was suspended for a very long time for beating the absolute piss out of a Pistons fan in the crowd in what is famously known as Malice in the Palace. He beat the absolute living shit out of this guy and then changed his name to Meta World Peace. So basically, really funny.
Do you reckon he was trying to make, how am I going to word this? He's beating the absolute piss out of him. Pistons.
Yeah.
Pistons?
The Pistons. He's beating the absolute Pistons out of him.
I've got to stop, man. It's a disease and I have no cure.
But
I find that very funny, though, the irony in that.
Yeah, they changed his name to Meta World Peace. And even then when he changed his name to Meta World Peace, he then got suspended again for elbowing the shit out of James Harden in a game. So it's like, brother, what are you preaching?
What kind of peace do you want?
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Was it going around, do you want a piece of me?
In a footy sense, there's Bo Wilkes, who turned into Bo Meister.
I remember that.
Saints and Eagles star. That's a bit of a stretch. Saints and Eagles
star.
Well, who obviously changed it. And then there's a couple others that have been going around. Do you remember Whiskers? Do you remember the Whiskers debacle by any chance?
No.
So the Whiskers debacle. Gary Hocking as the publicity stunt. For those that aren't aware, Gary Hocking, as a publicity stunt, changed his name to Whiskers because they had partnered with the brand. And he got there was a lot of shit about it for a while. Understandably, if you change your name to Whiskers. So yeah.
It wasn't for like a week, and the AFL refused to
Yeah.
acknowledge it.
I think the AFL was like, you can't fucking do this. Like,
And it wasn't even because of the name. I think it was because of a sponsors level.
yeah, it was just like
They're not sponsors of the AFL, so we're not going to call you Whiskers.
Yeah, ready here. It said if a Cats player was willing to change his name to Whiskers for one game, there would be a significant financial incentive for the club. And Geelong were in so much debt that they were like, "Fuck it, just do it." And he was the captain, and he was like, "I'll do it." That's leadership right there.
That is just. All right, this is just going to be off the cusp. If you had to do a name change, what would you change your name to?
I would legally change my name to JT, so that people at Bounce could stop looking at my fucking name tag and being like, "What does it stand for?" And I'd be like, "That's just it. It's just that. Cop it, please."
Hello, JT.
That's it. My birth certificate. It's like Cher or Madonna. No last name. No last name, just JT. That's all
The
it
best thing about it is you're comparing yourself to Cher and Madonna.
Fine. Fucking McLovin. What do you want from me? Just something.
I have a graphic idea.
What would your name change be?
I'd fucking either change it to two things. One, we're just going with Anthony or less.
Okay.
It's not that hard to pronounce the rest because people have a stroke by the time they get to the S and Alessiani. They're like, "Ah, so off of there." Or I'm going to extend it to Alison Salami.
That's a fucking throwback and a half. That's a pre-GT throwback.
Respect, Big Footy. I know you're out there. I know you're watching.
No, that's those are very good ones. I do like those. I'm looking back at some now. There's a photo of Hulk Hogan, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what he's going for, but I think he's trying to say Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Like I think that's what it is.
No. Let me get this up for you.
Oh, here we go.
And then I'll get the. No, never mind.
That's fine. Yep.
It's getting hot in here.
Yes.
It's getting real hot in here.
Oh yeah.
So Hulk Hogan's real name is Terry Jean Balea.
Okay, that's not very intimidating at all.
No, that's more like it. He sounds like a B grade singer.
Yeah. Yes, 100%.
But he's actually changed it to Hulk Hogan because it's one of those things where you just, you take it on board and people are like, yeah, I'm gonna have it, and I like it.
That's good. My favorite one that someone has posted is from Timmy Nash, and it is so niche that it's my favorite thing in the entire world. So he has posted a photo of who was originally known as Clarence Withers, who then changed his name to Jumping Johnny Johnson, Sugar Dunkerton, Downtown Funky Stuff Malone, and finally, and efficiently, Coffee Black. Now, for those that don't know, that is from the movie Semi-Pro.
Yeah.
And it's one of my favorite movies of all time. And it's just the best thing ever.
I love that.
Coffee Black. It's really good. Really, really good.
How would you like your coffee?
Just black. Just Coffee Black.
My actually favorite. Now, I did some research into these because I actually wasn't sure on some of them. And I'm glad you've gone through those and left one for me.
Yeah.
And the one here is the great Muhammad Ali.
Yes, of course.
Now, when I was doing some research, I thought, oh, these are some weird names. I found an article and it was like best name changes, worst name changes, and some of them are deplorable. Muhammad Ali might actually have the best name change, and Muhammad Ali as a name might be worse than what he changed it from.
I was going to say his first name, possibly like his original name, probably the coolest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Now, you can correct me on how I pronounce it because sometimes people say it differently. I'm going to go with Cassius Clay.
It is Cassius Clay.
Cassius Clay. CC, Cassius Clay. Imagine that as a boxing name.
Just the best. And I think what happened is that the obviously Rocky came out after Rocky 3, and Clubber Lang is obviously the thing. And I think what they said actually is that it was very similar to that because they wanted just to go with a cool fucking name. Cassius Clay, Clubber Lang. Cassius Clay is the coolest name in sports.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Well, it could have been.
Yeah, 100%. Similar vibes because he changed it to Muhammad Ali because of his faith, and that's cool. Similar vibes to that is Lou Alcindor, who then turned into Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Dope. Dope on all accounts. Original name, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, cool. All of it's fucking sick.
I love a name change.
That one's really cool. That was a faith one as well. Just the best. Like, just
sometimes I love it when people do it for personal reasons like faith and stuff because that's really cool. Yep. But when it comes out extremely better than what you had, and that's the reason.
Dope. Very cool.
Paying full tickets to watch whatever you do.
Very cool. There's also a lot of like musicians that have a lot of name changes. That's mainly just because they pick like stage names and stuff like that. And there are some like actors that have had horrible names and changed it to much cooler names.
Well, you know what's funny? The best one is John Cena.
Yeah.
Because he's never changed his name.
No.
That is his actual name.
He's John Cena through and through.
It's funny as.
Yeah. Because it's such a nothing name. It's just a name and that's it. And he's just like, that's just who I am, I suppose.
I think Hulk Hogan should have kept Thunder Lips. I just love in Rocky 3, he just walks into the stage and he's got the girls around him and he's just doing a bit of that. Thunder Lips.
King of that, wasn't he? Fucking Hulk Hogan.
And he fights Rocky. And Rocky wins. Actually, it was a draw. It's funny too because they count that as a draw in Rocky's stats.
It's insane they've got the stats for me.
He had 59 wins, 23 losses, and 1 draw.
It's a lot more losses than I thought he was going to have.
They didn't broadcast them.
Yeah, no shit. Why would they?
They were all his before the first one.
Yeah, of course. They were just all of his amateur boxing levels. Yeah, no, that's fair.
Bob Lang's pretty cool name.
It's diverted into Rocky.
One moment, please.
Just getting
Barn Drago.
Mm-hmm.
Apollo Creed.
Yeah. Adonis Creed. Yeah.
Adonis Creed.
All cool shit. Rocky Balboa. Sick fucking name.
Oh, boy.
Could be the movie names in it.
I have a
hankering to watch Rocky.
I do have an hankering to watch Rocky. Watching Rocky to me is really sexy. Speaking of sexy, we have a segment that we thought we'd finish the year off, and we have to pay homage to it in the last episode of the year.
Yep.
Stupid, sexy AFL players. But this one's anything, so it's just stupid, sexy.
Let's do it.
Stupid, sexy
AFL players.
Besides Stallone in the 80s, besides Spotify Wrapped being correct, besides the AFLW being a premier of a competition, not the Premier of State. That's not sexy at all. You're a wanker. Anyway, we thought we'd do one last one.
And I think you should go first. Because I reckon during the year, we did it however many times. We've done 39 episodes. I reckon we did it 20, 24 of them, 25 of them, whatever it is. I reckon I went first 22 of the 25.
Yes, but I don't know if we're on the same wavelength here because I mentioned off air. I reckon we're on the same length, but I'm not sure. I can go first.
Do it.
Oh boy. So this afternoon, I thought I messaged you and I said I think this is a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I think we do it one last time.
Yes.
And of all the players, all the overseas stars, the athletes, the actors, the actresses, and everything else that is, looked at and judged in terms of looks and charisma and everything like that. Sometimes it's best to judge what's in front of you rather than what's what's around you and what's something you can't see or physically, be a part of. So I thought I'd go a bit more locally. And, a lot of people have said this without him looking. A lot of people have said this to his face. And a lot of this has happened over the last, I don't know, year and a half, I guess. He does this podcast. And I thought, why not finish the year off in style? So he has lovely hair, lovely eyes. Brandon Pertain.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Jared Thomas, my co-host. You're going to be my final stupid sexy of the year.
You know what the funny thing is? My vibe is extremely similar to yours.
Really?
The vibe is like almost exactly right, but I've got one little addition.
Oh, yeah.
To my little thing. So, in the time since we have last recorded, obviously, we spoke about it. We had a bunch of things going on. I had a busy weekend and a birthday during the week. And I think I think you got something that really sort of accentuates a lot of your the qualities that everyone just loves to see and that everyone just loves. And it's something that you yourself have said that you just refuse to take off. So my stupid sexy is Ed in the bucket hat that I bought him for his birthday.
Yeah. Yeah. I knew we were on the same wavelength. I knew it. That's very funny.
For those that don't know, it's that bucket hat, the one that he's wearing right now. I'm not just
Yeah.
saying.
There's
It's that one.
There's no other ones lying around, I don't think.
It's that one. It's the 2000 Premier's Port Adelaide bucket hat.
Unless you're talking about the gather round one, which we were wearing earlier in the year, and that means nothing. Cool. We're on the same wavelength.
We got it.
I really want to say a joke, but I don't know if you'll let me.
I'm worried.
I've said it to you before. It just feels like you're sitting on top of me. I'll put it in a nice way. You're always like with me. There you go.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good way to put it.
You're always above me. It's not. I've just realized that I've fucked the schedule.
We got one more thing to do, don't we?
We have a list to do.
Yes.
Final list of the year.
Mm-hmm.
But what I put down, I've already mentioned.
Oh, okay.
So, while you go first on the list,
Yes.
I'm going to come up with a quick list. This is how well I'm going, everyone. It's been a tough weekend.
Say, if I'm thinking right, your list was going to be your Spotify Wrapped. Yeah. Come on. Had a win. It's a win in the books.
See, you and me are just like this, man.
You just made the list!
All right. I can do this list. So,
Fucking hell, now I have to think of a list. Go for it. I'm listening.
all right. Trent Cotchin, Tom Hickey, Jack Watts, Tom Sheridan, Brandon Ellis.
Tom Hickey, huh?
I feel like this one's gettable.
It's gettable, but you threw Tom Hickey in there.
Mm.
I was going to say like podcast hosts.
Ooh, Tom Sheridan really adds to that, doesn't it? So
Yeah.
Trent Cotchin, Jack Watts, Tom Sheridan, Tom Hickey, Brandon Ellis.
So it's not trades either because Trent Cotchin didn't leave.
No.
Why did you put Tom Sheridan in there? And it's not podcast hosts. What is it?
It is AFL players with apparel brands. Adding in some of the stuff that we've spoken about before, which is our AFL sort of trying to get more into the mainstream with clothing and stuff like that. Like we've had those conversations before. This one is 5 AFL players that are either involved or founded or still do or used to do different brands and stuff that you can wear. So Tom Sheridan is obviously Rick's Eyewear, who's very famous for that. Dylan Buckley gave him a lot of pump up for it. Tom Hickey does neat animal hats, and I fucking love those hats. They're really cool. Trent Cotchin does Posy socks, and he just announces it everywhere right now. It's all over his social media, and every time he does any public speaking thing, he just talks about these socks. Jack Watts does squash swimwear, which is
great gear.
Funny. And Brandon Ellis was Uncle Jack Watches as well. It was the co-founder of Uncle Jack Watches.
It's so funny that Jack Watts isn't a part of that. Uncle Jack what?
Yeah. Watches.
What?
Yeah. So there you go. That's 5 AFL players that are part of.
That's very good.
Yes, there's more, but I didn't put them down. But like Trent Bianco is the clothing as well. He's like TB something. And then there's also players that do like drinks and stuff, like Charlie Curnow and Bailey Smith are doing right now, and all that kind of thing. And there's just a whole bunch of stuff, which is cool.
Travis Boak does Rogers underwear.
There you go. Chris Judd, I think, was part of Jagged for a while, or if he is, or something. I don't know. But yeah,
I have a lot of Travis Boak's underwear.
That's really creepy of you.
No, because
no, the ones that he sells.
The one I bought them, I have the receipt.
Who the fuck's selling Travis Boak's underwear?
Travis Boak. I got it online.
Yeah.
Not the actual. It's. One day. Anyway. All right. Why you came up with your magnificent list and had all the time in the world, and I fluffed mine.
Yep.
Got it.
Okay.
That's fantastic.
Go.
I'm so good on the spot. Not always great to be quick, Jared, but sometimes it is. All right, my list for the final time this year. Purple, white, brown, yellow, and blue. I'll repeat. White, brown, purple, yellow, and blue. Blue.
Purple, white, yellow, brown, and blue.
Purple, white, yellow, brown, and blue. Purple, white, yellow, brown, and blue.
Purple, white, yellow, brown, blue. I don't know what my first thing was.
What?
The thing that's on the back of my door.
Oh, yeah, look at it.
Because there's purple, yellow, blue,
white,
and white. But there's no...
And I could have assumed there was brown.
Yeah, so that was what made my first thing. But purple, white, yellow, brown, and blue.
but I can't see you. Can't see through you.
Yeah, no, I just didn't know if I moved and you saw it and you were like, oh.
Maybe it's muscle memory.
Yeah. Purple, white, yellow, brown, blue. I have no idea.
You want to have a guess, or do you want to just go straight into it?
I can't. I don't even know.
So we had purple, white, yellow, brown, and blue. These are the colours that Rory Lobb's hair have been. And blue, it will be. Because once you go purple, you sort of have to go backwards and you get into blue. So I've just assumed the next one will be blue.
Fair enough. I saw that photo today as well. What the fuck, Rory?
Just, I understand players have to have partners and they want partners and it's part of life. But just sometimes stay off the gear, man.
What are you doing, man?
There's no need to dye your hair. If you're going to dye it, shave it. Do this. Look, doesn't look that bad. You can get away with it. You can't get away with walking around with purple hair, Rory. Do you know what the best part about that TikTok was when I saw it? My first reaction was pretty funny. Like I almost pissed myself laughing. The second one was reading the comments.
Oh, yeah.
And someone in particular just writing, can you also fix the not having a kick problem?
That needs a bit more than a fucking hairdresser, mate. That needs some serious work.
I can't believe. That's good gear, man.
Really
not bad to finish your weekend off with looking at Rory Lobb making a fool of himself.
Horrendous. He's a character. Old Rory.
Also seen Christian Petrarca's TikToks and getting freakier with his food.
Starting to run out of ideas, so he's starting to really fuck some shit up.
He goes, I had a long day at the Red Bull training center. I don't know how old this TikTok was, probably 2 or 3 weeks. But then he's like, I'm making this, I need a lot of carbs. I'm making pasta. And then literally took everything out that you would have that would have carbs in it.
Because his dietitian told him not to. So he's like, fuck it.
I'm having a lot of carbs and just taking out the carbs. So I'm having a lot of C.
Oh, Christian. Should I say Christian? Just bad.
Christian Rakraka.
Fuck, there's a lot of C's in that name. I didn't realize how many C's he had in his name.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all I have on this list.
That's it.
How long have we been going for?
A while, I think.
Good hour, I reckon.
Yeah, I think it's been a bit more. I think it's like maybe hour 20.
We were talking before.
Yeah, no, that's true.
You're sick of me already, are you? 39 episodes, 2.5k minutes. Had enough of me.
Where in any of those words that I spoke?
You know how you go onto a highway and you got a 4-way thing? Like there's an exit there, there's an exit there, and there's either keep going straight. I didn't get on the highway.
What?
The ant was stolen. By Casillas Clay. Nah, we're done. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, thank you everyone for the year. It's been, as I said, 39 episodes. We started 2 weeks before the season started, or we started a week before the season started. And yeah, it's been a journey. It's been a lot. And a lot of just real inside jokes that you could say to anyone. They'd be like, what the fuck are you even talking about?
It's been the way I like to put it is it is a podcast where you and I have just gone, this would be our normal conversation, but we're just sharing it with the world.
Pretty much. It's basically just footy chat and then just fucking anything else that just comes into the brain for an hour and a half.
That's quite literally anything that comes in it. There's not a lot that comes in the brain.
But when it does,
it's here. It's right here.
It's been good.
I'll quickly just say that I've always been a dream of mine to have a AFL podcast. As I nearly choked myself with a cord. I've done that twice. And I always now I'll talk to people because I was like, I needed this. I always wanted to find someone, and I found you. So thank you, Jared. And I'll do this off air, but I'm just on air so I can tick the boxes of the obligation. But you've been a star, and I can't wait for you to finally send me the cash you owe me.
Well, I would like to say, before you hound me for my money, is that like obviously ThePear as a channel was so grown before this year, and it was very obviously Port. All the Port people know. I was there in Adelaide last October. I saw the fucking mentions. Being able to come onto the channel and like be able to make so many appearances and sort of become part of everything has been very, very nice. And I do have to thank you for that always. Again, I'm just ticking the boxes, but I'll say it off air as well. But I would like to, thank you for being able to be part of the team, I suppose. The team which is obviously joining Pairs on a pod and a lot is very nice. And I'm blessed to be here.
That's about as wholesome as we'll get on this show, I reckon.
There we go.
I've got one more thing. I actually got your present.
Oh, no.
I know you hate presents.
I do.
Where's my fucking money?
I don't have my baseball bat anymore. I'm in the fucking other room. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, too slow. I've already got you. All right, well, finish it because we'll be here for another 45 minutes.
That's it. How do we do it?
That's the thing. I don't think we finish it on wholesome. That's not us.
I know we've done it before. I say we just walk out.
Okay.
And I'm looking forward to it.
Years drinking weather. Yeah. Get your hands.
Like a man that gets his hands
You know, we mentioned this off air, but like, we're both wearing green. Yeah. Do you think if Matt Rowell was watching and trying to beat us? Probably. You know?
Just absolutely just finished me off. That sounds mental. Oh my!
You tell me why it was saturated.
Stephen Quartermain.
Oh, fuck!
I really like when you laugh. It's kind of sexy.
How you doing?
How you doing? Website as well. Have you ever seen the movie Cats and Dogs?
Cats and Dogs Revenge of Kitty Galore? Absolutely. I
I know, yeah.
Players that give us. I don't think I want to say it.
No, I don't think you want to either.
You know what else is in?
What?